Hey Armwrestlers, Coach Ray here. So it is about 11 in the morning, next day after Mac 3 event, and I just wanted to give my review about first the event, tables, matches, and everything. So um, it was completely new experience for me, starting from rules, ending with the table. And before you get on that table, you kind of don't understand how it's going to happen, where is the strength, how you're going to arm wrestle. But as soon as I got on the table, yeah, like this will contain spoilers, right? Um, I felt very comfortable. For my style, it accommodated well. The starts were fast, efficient. You have to get used to some things. The the things that you like, we didn't see much complaining. There was very little complaining. Most of it came from someone that was very used to pulling on WAF table setups, right? And I think for Mac, the freedom element is great. I really enjoyed it because you are muscle. So what we saw, and this is probably the most important thing. None of the matches, full matches, I'm not talking rounds, ended on fouls. There was just one, right? And then there was full elimination tournament. As far as I'm aware, none of the matches ended on fouls. So every match, people actually arm wrestled, and there was no complaining. There was, I think, one complaint out of hundreds of matches about like some things in the setup. So, in my opinion, very fast, efficient. It takes some getting used to. You need to have really good referees. Referees are extremely important. So some things are taken away, some things are given to you in Mac. Like there's no load, but you can set yourself in a maybe better position that you want to. So I absolutely enjoyed pulling it. I want to thank Josh Rodriguez for taking the match versus me. Um, uh, I came in and I didn't know much to expect, but his style is like I'm a kryptonite to his style, so I felt very confident there, and that's how the match went. Um, we arm wrestled, and I was better. 3-0 victory for me. Some of the other matches were great. There's still some issues like we talked about with Ian. You can't really do a King's move, but actually you can. And Jason went full King's move against Porky. If you haven't seen that, that was a great match, 3-2. Porky took the beating of a lifetime, in my opinion. But I met him today in a breakfast, and he's like, "I'll see you tomorrow for practice, man. Like, no problem." So it was a great match, but I think there's still things to improve because it's very hard to tell when the elbow is off the edge, and I think that's incredibly big advantage if you can set your elbow off the edge, even though you're very close to getting pinned. You're still getting a huge advantage, and we saw it there. The main event, and I think they gotta fix it. I think there's a lot of things. The thing with Mac, it's evolving, and I want to thank Ian, JJ, Jason Constantini, and every single person involved. Like for me to being here, like uh, me and Tina, we really enjoyed it. At the start, she's like, I really don't know this kind of, I don't feel it because again, she, just like me, grew up pulling on WAF tables. Like this is where we used to arm wrestle. And then somehow she convinced herself and entered tournament and actually really enjoyed pulling on Mac table. So I have nothing but good things to say. Like everything, it still needs improving because if we improve it, we make it better. But the pace was really fast. The matches and the setups are really, because the only thing you set up is your elbow. That's it. Then referees set everything else. And if you don't complain, everything's fair, and you just go. I really enjoyed that. Really fast, real matches. I pulled every single round, real match. So which is great. The main event, okay. Odin versus Top King. So Artem, I know exactly how strong he is. I know his strongest things, and for the only thing that was bothering me was if he loses hand a little bit too much. If he loses the hand too much and he loses the pronator. So sometimes you can lose the hand, but you have the pronator and no one can beat you. We know guys like Todd Hutchings, right? Artem's problem is sometimes when he lost the hand, he also lost the pronator. I'm from good sources. I know he really worked on that. He really worked on it. And the first match, first round, they start and we can see Auden sets up. He gets control and he gets the hand, and it's nothing. It doesn't matter. And Artem just goes sideways. Artem is incredibly, incredibly strong. People kind of overlook him because he lost to Tuomas Ruozīts, he lost to Mindaugas Tarasets, which are the absolute elite. So, like, how many arm wrestlers there are on the planet? I would think it's more than 20, 30,000 people that do arm wrestling. And he's right there at that 1%. And I think there's so people kind of perception of arm wrestling is very weird because they will look at like, oh, because you lost to this guy, you're nothing, right? But he lost the guy that 99.9% would lose, right? So Artem is right there, probably showed up in his best shape ever. After he beat Auden, he said, open challenge, I'm gonna go to heavyweight. Okay, so I also entered tournament 205 kilo class, not 205 pound class, because like I just wanted to pull. I came all this way. I was super tired. It was early in the morning at Latvia when I pulled. And almost fell asleep on my left arm, but I had a great time. Wanted to pull everyone there. And Artem said, like, this is where I am. If you want to beat me, beat me. And he still won both arms, you know. So yeah, like I expected it would be harder. I had Artem as a favorite for me because I know the style that he pulls, but you kind of can never know. You kind of can never know how strong Auden is, and even now, like people, okay, like you know, Auden's weak or something. Like, yeah, but he lost to the guy. Like, if you go to North America, you're probably gonna meet Artem. There's not a lot of chances it's gonna be an easy match. You know, if you're pulling any of the categories he goes. He pulls super heavyweight, he pulls all the classes. He has so much experience that you cannot buy it. And he trains really hard. And I think he showed up with a great strategy and proved everyone wrong. I think for him, this is a big win. Auden, Auden is just a big name. Like, everyone knows Auden, right? He's the son of Devon Larratt. So it carries a lot of weight there. So for him, it's a great thing, in my opinion. Very, very happy for him. For Auden, like, he's young, like, it means nothing. Just one loss, just recuperate, go back. You know, the problem is it's very hard if you don't pull tournaments to figure out your level, to kind of understand where you are, because super matches are very tricky. And if you pick opponent a little bit too strong, you know, it's all is over. And I felt like this is exactly what happened. I don't know. What is the solution? Solution is just to go back, train, get stronger, and come back like it always is. For me, Canada was amazing. So everyone, like, I think I should have started with this, but listen, Canada was amazing. I felt like the biggest star ever. I went up to Crazy George and I said, like, hello, sir, like, you don't know me, but my name's Ray. And he's like, oh, Ray, I know you very well. So he's like, we need to pull. We gotta get on table. But he's like, I don't want to pull on these tables. I'm not confident here. We should pull on another table. He's 75 years old, super sharp. Said he's stronger than he was when he was 40 and 50. So I'm actually, if someone offers me that match, I like that match. Yeah, overall, great experience here in Canada. As you know, our flight got canceled. And we're stuck here for a little bit, but it's a blessing in disguise. So now we're packing up, and in a few minutes we're gonna go downstairs and start trip back to Ottawa from Toronto, and then we're gonna come back to Toronto and fly back home, I think, on Wednesday. So yeah, the trip kind of changed, but I think we can gain something from it. So we're gonna stay at Devon's house. Jody was nice enough to allow me to stay. So also Philip Larson's going there, so we will have probably a really good time. I'll try to get some behind the scenes, some things you haven't seen before, maybe talk about some stuff, and of course, like, you know, yeah. Overall, I met so many arm wrestlers that I haven't met. I just seen them arm wrestle. Daniel Price, like, such a great arm wrestler, such a great guy, and was a pleasure meeting you. And Bullion Blake, like, listen, he's the man. He's so funny, and so many more. Like, it was nice seeing Brendan Elsesser again, and just everyone. I want to thank every single person. Great experience. I had a lot of good time. I'm really tired. Because we watched a team event, then I competed, then I hosted or commentated, and then I get back to the table to arm wrestle, right? I don't know. I think there was over 100 people there, and which is crazy for me. A lot of them just came to see me, which is crazy. I'm really happy, and I'm happy I can make an impact in the sport, and yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah, check out Mac. We have videos coming out from competition, no elimination. I don't know when the super matches, probably it will take some while till they come out on YouTube. But yeah, I think you can go and rewatch the stream. Fast, efficient, interesting, some dominant wins, some not so dominant wins. Really interesting concept. I enjoyed it, like really enjoyed it. It would take some getting used to, and I think the most important thing in Mac right now is the referees. If you have good referees, everything's going to be cool. And we saw it, the tournament, people just not just quickly, fast, like they understand what's going on, right? Someone was trying to win, someone was, a little bit cheating in the setup, and if you have a good referee, they will straighten it out. You can do that. And yeah, I loved it. I loved it. Anyway, great arm wrestling everywhere, and thank you, Canada. Stay strong. Love arm wrestling.